Hello, in this video I'm going to give you 5 signs of a bad therapist. We're going to be talking specifically about hypnotherapy, but this can apply to other therapists as well. So let's get straight into it. And these are in no particular order because they're all equally as bad as each other. The first one is working on symptoms. So a bad therapist doesn't understand that the symptom isn't the problem. As I've often said in my videos, driving anxiety has nothing to do with driving. So your driving is just the way that a real problem is showing itself. And that real problem is most likely something from childhood. It's a past experience. It's a general lack of confidence, which comes from something else, So when you get a therapist who just works directly on the symptom, they haven't got a clue what they're doing. So if you've got a fear of flying and they start talking about flying, they don't know what they're doing. If you would like to lose weight and they start talking about losing weight, it's nothing to do with that. The problem is never the problem. You have to trace it back and back and back. And how you know when you've got to the original, real problem is something that only a skilled therapist would understand, because you can just go back once or twice and that's not enough. You know how to find the real root cause if you know what you're doing. The second thing is telling you to relax. I've said this over and over again. Hypnosis is not about relaxation. Now, yes, you do become relaxed after you've done hypnosis. It's like a step that comes after hypnosis. So hypnosis leads to relaxation, but relaxation does not lead to hypnosis. And this is something I'd say at least 95% of hypnotherapists get wrong. If ever your therapist is telling you to relax and relax and be calm and relax, nothing to do with it. Just because A leads to B does not mean B leads to A. So what I mean by this is, just because hypnosis leads to relaxation does not mean relaxation leads to hypnosis. It's a bit like saying, if you jump on a plank of wood and break it, well, that means that when you break a plank of wood in some other way, it's going to make you jump. Of course it doesn't. You don't jump just because you've broken a plank of wood. A leading to B does not mean B leads to A. Think of it like a one-way road. You can go one way, but you can't go back the other way. The third thing is doing what they want, not what you need. So many therapists have this thing where they'll just do the same thing with everyone. They'll put you through the same preset procedure that they use on every single person, and they'll sit there saying, right, step 1, close your eyes. Step 2, relax. And if you say to them, hold on, this isn't working for me, they'll say, right, shut up, you're messing it up. This works for everyone. Step 1, close your eyes. Step 2, relax. That means they're a terrible therapist, because a good therapist must adapt what they're doing to the client's needs. You don't just do the same thing for everyone. Every single person is different. Everyone is unique. And that means the same thing will not work on everyone. That leads us nicely onto number 4. The fourth sign of a bad therapist, and this is a massive one, script readers. If ever you go to a therapist and they just sit reading you a story from a screen or a piece of paper, get your money back. It's a con. Scripts do nothing. So what they are is, when therapists don't know what they're doing, they'll go online and they'll type in script for and then the client's problem, like script for driving anxiety, script for fear of flying, script for insomnia. And they just see stupid stories that someone's written, and they sell them for like £2 or £5 a time, or $2 or $5, and they're just pathetic because it doesn't do anything. It's just somebody who has written what they think is the answer to your problem, and it does nothing. So it's a story that goes like this. Imagine someone's got a fear of flying. I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself walking towards the plane, and you feel so calm, and the pilot looks at you and winks, and the stewardesses smile and wave, and you feel so calm, and it's just nonsense like that. Remember what we said at the beginning, the symptom is just a symptom, it's not the problem. So these script readers break every rule in the book. Think about what we just said. They're working on the symptoms, telling you to relax. They're doing what they want, not what you want. And they're just reading out this ready-made, pre-scripted story which has got absolutely nothing to do with you or your problem and won't fix anything. And the worst thing about this is many of them now don't even bother reading the script. They have this thing where they just sit you down, put headphones on you, and then go off and have a cup of tea while you're listening to this story. I've had clients come to me who have paid £350, that's roughly about $400 US, and all they've done is sat down in a chair, they've had headphones put on, and the therapist, so-called therapist, has gone off and had a cup of tea and some biscuits while you're sitting listening to this drivel. It's rubbish. If you ever get read a script, just get your money back. It's a con, it's a rip-off. It does not do anything. And the fifth sign of a bad hypnotherapist is that they work with techniques, not principles. So techniques are where they put you through a preset procedure. It's a bit like we said earlier, but the difference is that these techniques do actually work. But the thing is, the therapist doesn't understand what's actually happening with them. So, for example, they might use something called regression, which is where you take people back to their past to find an event that causes the problem. Now, in a way, that's right, but all they do is they just do the same procedure for everyone. They don't know how to actually use the principle behind the technique. They don't understand what it's actually doing. They just run you through it and hope it works. And if that doesn't work, they just do another one and hope that works. And then they do another one and I hope that works. The way a professional, good therapist would do it is you can pinpoint and target exactly what a client needs, because you're not just doing a technique, you're not just running through it, you understand exactly what each part of the technique is doing. It's a lot like when I taught people to drive, and I would meet pupils who had come to me from other schools, and they would just be told, press that pedal, move that stick, press that pedal, turn the wheel, go now, stop here. That's like doing a technique. The person learning has no idea what they're actually doing, they're just doing it. The way I would teach people is to teach them what the pedals actually do, what happens when they press them, why that works, what it does in the engine, how that affects other drivers. You see the difference between just doing something and understanding the principles behind it. So that's just 5 reasons. I've got many, many more. I could easily make a part 2 and a part 3 to this. So I hope that's helped you. And I want to point out that I am not the greatest therapist ever. I often say that what makes me good is it's not that I know what to do, it's that I know what not to do, so I don't waste time with these things that don't work. And I'll give you a bonus one for those of you that have made it this far. The single biggest thing a bad therapist does is they think it's about them, not about you, because it's nothing to do with them. It's all about you, and you are the star, you're the main attraction, you're the main event, you're the one that matters, you're the one that's got the problem, you're the one that's got the solution, you're the one that can fix it. And if ever you find a therapist who thinks that they have some special psychic, magic, hypnotic power, they haven't got a clue what they're doing. Watch these other videos on the screen for more help understanding how therapy works. And if you'd like to work with me one-to-one online from anywhere in the world, contact me through my website, firstdrive.com. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.